coming. Back the mic.
Oh my God, he does.
On the
That's how I'm going.
On the night my dear friend Esmeralda was raped, her innocence peeled open like new fruit at midnight on a rooftop in Queens, I was asleep. I did not dream of demons dressed in black, armed to the teeth with reasons they'd been commanded by God to confiscate the freedoms of my body, that like new fruit, I too would be pulped and bloodied, broken open by the beatings of men who never cared to understand my story, and they, satisfied with the sweetness of my struggle, would mark themselves unwelcome and eternal on the newness of my pages. Dear body, the Bible's first reported rape case was a woman named Anah. She had two brothers, Simeon and Levi, who, upon discovering the brilliance of their sister's build was defiled, conned an entire city into circumcising themselves willingly as dowry for her marriage to the man who slayed her spirit and crucified the calm of her body, then drew their swords beneath the veil of night and unapologetically murdered every man in the city within a radius of 50 miles. But when the dust settled, their father Jacob had the nerve to chastise them. He offered no solace to the silhouette of a woman who now somehow resembled his daughter, told his sons that the killings were bad business, that his empire stood to be destroyed by the inescapable tidal wave of karma. They replied, Father, would you have us let them treat our sister, your daughter, like a common whore, dear body? Allow their spirit to drive your breathing onward, dear body. Repulse the ignorance of the rapist and deny his uncaring father with everything inside you, dear body. Always be allied to the women whose ability to choose is taken from them daily and then slaughtered, dear body. I remember you buckling beneath the weight when Esmeralda finally called you. Her voice, a timid tremble, sung in staccato, and you, my physical form, strung, expressionless and hollow, while she explained that she miscarried 803 miles too far away to feel the flame unfurling in your mouth. The explosion, too sudden for your jawbone to house. You cursed God, like the only thing capable of standing between requiem and the 1 in 6 women raped statistically would be a deity that were genuinely concerned. Racism and slavery were the original sins of this nation, but rape and curiosity of the unknown are the original sins of mankind, are the reasons that propelled Eve to succumb and taste her new fruit in the garden, are the reasons the seeds of new fruit blossoming beautiful within Esmeralda's belly became martyr. Dear body, you have been always privileged with the ability of not having to think about it. To walk rooftops, alleyways, and sidewalks at dusk with safety pinning your smile, dear body. Become the metaphysical manifestation of Simeon and Levi. Never allow your empathy to be muffled or your empathy to be quieted. Most victims only understand fear and silence. Be the voices they have had stolen. Be Esmeralda's bedside prayers. Be her oxygen. Be firm enough to stand for the frail and forgotten ones. Be support. Be strength. On the night my dear friend Esmeralda was raped on a rooftop in Queens, I told her that new fruit must be pruned. And while we could both waste away consumed by her hurting, I knew she stood only to grow in the end. And now, after poring over photographs of her newborn son, as pure as the palms of the Lord thy God, caterpillar cocoon proof, he still emerged from her inner darkness, butterfly beautiful. I use new fruit as a metaphor to symbolize newness and healing in y'all. If that's the fact of the matter, then aren't we all?